The game cannot be both safe and fair. I wasn't planning to make this video today. In fact, I have other things that I need to accomplish. But as I was scrolling the timeline this morning, I was reminded of this play that we saw last night where Ferguson comes over the middle, kind of bobbles the ball, and then gets laid out by Reed Blankenship. A flag was thrown. If you'll notice, the score was close. We were well into the second half. There are things that matter in the context of the game of football that we have to figure out. The problem is, I don't think there is a solution. The NFL either has to be okay with players being in danger or okay with the game not being realistic. The way that we have both of those things work together requires nuance, and nuance that I do not believe the NFL is capable of having. Nuance that would require a little bit of human error, a little bit of opinion. It would require us to pause the game. It would require us to go to the replay. It would require us to take the time to understand what our limitations are as humans. And I think Reed Blankenship's limitation as a human here is the fact that an object in motion stays in motion. He can't control if Ferguson is going to go high or low. He cannot control the speed of his body as the game is on the line. We have a potentially lead-changing touchdown here. You have to make the play. There is no feasible way for Reed Blankenship, a competitor, an athlete, someone who is out there to defend the secondary, to put his team in a position to win. You cannot expect him. The only thing he can do is not make contact. The only safe thing Reed Blankenship can do in this situation is simply give up, is simply say, you know what, Ferguson, the touchdown is yours. There is nothing that Reed Blankenship can do in the run of play during this play. Now, I think in situations like this, it would be wise for people in a booth who can watch angles, watch replays, have the bird's eye view, to phone in to the referee who has the earpiece. You see it. You see the earpiece, right? To phone in to him and say, hey, look, given that the score is 20-24, yes, I believe that matters. Given that this is a touchdown, potentially game-changing play, yes, I believe that matters. Given that he touches the ball and Reed Blankenship has 2 steps maximum to figure out what he's going to do, given that Ferguson falls, given that Blankenship doesn't really make too aggressive a play to the head or neck area. I mean, watch him on the second replay again, right? He almost appears to peel off. He almost appears to say, okay, fine, he doesn't have it. I'm going to do the best I can to not hit him here. We have to have nuance. I have seen unnecessary trauma to the head and neck area. We all know what that looks like. This is not one of those situations. If we need to take the aspect of the college football targeting rule and we need to go to the replay and we need to figure it out that way, I'm fine with that. And I think most fans would be fine with a 90-second at most delay in the game to get the right call. I think there are Dallas Cowboys fans. This is a bitter rivalry. This is a heated rivalry. We saw it last night before a play was even snapped, how intensely these two teams hate each other. I don't think there's a Dallas Cowboys fan out there who would say, you know what, if the situations were reversed, if the jerseys were flipped, I don't think I'd want that penalty called on my team. Because what is Reed Blankenship supposed to do? Nothing. You either are okay with allowing touchdowns in order to preserve the head and neck area, the rule, or you have to have a little bit of violence in the game. And I'm not asking for overt violence. I'm not asking these guys to go out there with the intentions of hurting each other. But when you're playing a game as violent as the game of football, there are things that happen. And to me, this is just a thing that happens. I don't know what the change is, except we have time built into these games where we can go look at the monitor, have nuance, have conversation, and say, is it realistic that he did this, that he pulls off, that he doesn't hit? Tyler Ferguson falls down fast. He falls down fast to his knees, right? He doesn't continue forward. He lunges, right? In the time that Tyler Ferguson leaves his feet right there, Blankenship does not know that. Blankenship, for all Blankenship knows, Ferguson's going to continue on his feet. And then he lowers down, which would hit him right in the chest, which is legal. It's a flag. It shouldn't be a flag. That's my argument. We got a long season, and we're going to see this type of play probably in every game. And it's going to be called different every time. I think we have the technology to make the game fair and safe. And I hope we figure it. I hope we figure that out. But I don't think we will.